Greetings, guys, girls, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I am back again, sitting on my couch with the exact same makeup, but a different outfit than my last video because I like to deceive you into thinking I film these all on different days. Today's video is episode number 1 of me trying to upload a video every single day until Christmas Eve. Because why? Because I can, so I will. So today, to celebrate the first day of Christmas, we are going to be looking at some things that straight people say on the internet and laughing at them for it. Because what better way to celebrate than that? What's the straightest holiday of them all? Christmas. I don't quite know why, but it kinda is. That's how we'll be spending our day today. And I hope that you have a good time. Oh, I totally forgot to write notes for this one. We're going off the cuff today. Been a while since we've done an off the cuff video, guys. Let's see how this goes. We're going right back to the start of what I used to do. To start off, we are going to watch a video that I came across on Twitter today that I have so much to say about. Now, this video is a little bit long. It's 3 minutes long, so we don't have to watch the whole thing. But just, like, I'll show you bits of it, all right? Let's have a look.
Babe, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
What are you doing in here in the kitchen?
Well, man does not live on bread alone.
Yeah.
If you could have done this while I was golfing, I'd just come home and eat this.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem right there.
What's the problem?
If I could have done it while you were golfing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you expected to go play golf all day and then come home and have your jalapeno poppers all ready to go for you in the game. So what's the problem with this whole making them yourself, since you are eating them?
Well, that's the problem.
You didn't want to make them yourself?
Yourself, yeah. You didn't do, you just sat on your keister today, right? Because you had a treatment, right?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that you probably could have figured out how to do what I'm doing right now.
So, she had cancer treatment that morning. That was her treatment that made her sit on the couch all day while he was golfing. She had a cancer treatment. And he comes home after golfing and is like, where are my jalapeno poppers? You've been sitting on your keister all day while I was out busy golfing with the boys, and I don't have jalapeno poppers when I get home? What the fuck? That is your job. That is your duty as my wife to make me jalapeno poppers while I am golfing with the boys. All right? And you don't have there's no excuse for you to just sit on your butt. Why would you do that? I was busy. I don't want to cook for myself. I know these aren't for you, and I'm not going to share them with you. These are just for me, but it is your duty to cook them for me because I want them, and I don't want to do it myself. Sir, she had cancer treatment. She has cancer, and you're pissed at her for not making you freaking and you're pissed at her for not making you jalapeno poppers? Get over it, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god. What kind of trash person? Oh my good lord. You shouldn't have even been golfing. You should have been looking after your wife. Like, dude, she deserves better. She really, really does. My good lord. The best part about this, though, is that moments later, he did get jalapeno juice in his eyes.
Oh, son of a biscuit. I shouldn't have done that.
Deserved. Karma. Moving on from that monstrosity. Imagine carrying a pregnancy for 9 months only to end up giving birth to a little creature who does not only look exactly like her father, but she has also taken all of your husband's attention. As a woman, if your first child is a girl, just know you will now have a biological co-wife. That's such a twisted thing to say. Oh my god. Your baby, your infant newborn child should in fact be getting more attention, and it should also be coming from you. Don't have a baby if you are not willing to give them all of your attention, and if you are not willing for your husband to give them all of his attention also. Just don't do it. babies, children, they require attention. And calling her a co-wife is really odd. What do you mean a co-wife? What? That's your child, ma'am. That's your child. Look after your child. You're not competing with her. I really, really hope that he does not love you and your child in the same way, because that would be a bit of a fucking problem. That's his baby. You're his wife. Okay? Okay. My gosh. Here is a cartoon of a man saving a woman who is tied to the railroad. He's untying her, they go out for dinner, they get married, and then obviously they get married so suddenly she becomes the worst person ever and starts nagging him and yelling at him. So then he ties her to the train tracks again because wife asks you to clean dishes, she deserves to be run over by a train. Obviously. My guy, do you want to take a moment to think about things? Because, like, I don't understand why all these men like to claim that, like, being asked to do one simple task is the end of the world. You're trying to tell me your wife, like, asking you to do something warrants you tying her to the train tracks? I don't care if it's a joke. I don't understand what's funny. Like, explain the joke to me. Explain it to me. I'd really like to know. Because I don't get it. My buddies had me over to celebrate my engagement, and it's 3 pizza boxes, and on the lids it says, "Don't get married, bro, don't do it, and think about it." I don't understand the joke. Most of the time, the men are the ones who ask. Like, especially in, like, it's so weird, because in the relationships in which men complain the most about being married and make so many jokes of, like, wife ruin life, those are the, like, more traditional marriages in which the men do always propose. So it's like, bro, you asked her. My guys, friends who were telling him not to get married, he asked her. He didn't have to do that, you know? Like, there's a societal obligation, but, like, there doesn't have to be. You don't have to get married. Like, who's making you get married? No one's holding a gun to your head and telling you to propose. And I also, and I say this a lot, I do not understand what the difference between being married and being in a long-term relationship is. Like what changes? You get a piece of paper, you get a contract saying that you're legally bound, but, like, if you've been living together for 2 years, in the eyes of the law, you are married. Like, that is your legal partner, your spouse, if you've just lived together for 2 years. So, like, I don't quite understand what changes between the day before your wedding and the day after your wedding. Nothing changes. If you don't like your girlfriend, then break up with her. I don't know, man. Saw this at my neighbor's house this morning, and it's for Halloween, and it's a bride and a groom with a sign that says "scariest thing I could think of," because, you know, as said a few times throughout this video, marriage bad, wife bad, husband sad, boo-hoo, why do I have to get married? Please save me and let me out of this prison and this hell. Don't get married, don't have kids, live as a bachelor forever. You do you, bro. But, like, stop complaining. Women, choosing a Doberman, Rottweiler, Pitbull, German Shepherd, or other aggressive dog breed reveals your lack of and your desire for a masculine presence in your life. It also pushes him away. He sees the ruse and he wants no part of it. The he is capitalized. Are they talking about God, or do they just think men are, like, above women? Why is he capitalized? He sees how you're trying to put the masculine in its place by giving it a narrowly defined role, a role that you control. The man you really want can't be trained to obey you, and you know that. Get a lapdog instead. A dog that will burrow into your womb and sleep soundly? My kangaroo? What? Keep that space warm. Your man will know what to do with that. I have so many thoughts. A lapdog that will burrow into your womb. What does that mean? I absolutely hate that. That literally, like, gave me freaking goosebumps from how much I hated that. Not because it's cold, obviously. Just, like, that made me feel icky. And also, what if I just really freaking like German Shepherds? Because they are so cute and so, like, huggable, you know? Big dogs are the best dogs. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a controversial take or not. I don't think it is. Big dogs are the best dogs because they are like perfect cuddle size, right? My dog, my boy Biscuit, he's a golden retriever border collie, and he's like perfect cuddle size, excellent hug size. He makes a great pillow. He makes a good hug. They're just such good sizes. And German Shepherds are just like Doberman. They're all sorry. I don't know why you've associated masculinity with them. Is it because they're like known as being aggressive? Because if that's why, that's an issue too. Because like maybe men shouldn't be so notably aggressive. And also they're not aggressive unless you train them to be. No one's trying to train a man like a dog. No one's doing that. Well, I mean, they probably are, but that's abuse and that's not cool. I just like dogs. So like, it's got nothing to do about masculine presence. It's just about liking dogs. Marital boundaries we abide to as Christians that just make sense. No messaging the opposite sex one-on-one, and if you have to, tell your spouse about it. No riding in the car alone with the opposite sex. No alone time in general with the opposite sex. But like, why? Why do you not trust your partners? I will never understand this rule of like, if you really love your partner and they really love you, you should trust them to be around other people. And if you don't trust the other people, maybe you should have better friends. Like if your wife is hanging out with one of your friends, surely you trust that your friend wouldn't try to make a move on her. And if you don't trust your friend to not make a move on your wife, you should probably have a different friend. You know? Like, who are they hanging out with that you're so threatened by? You do realize platonic friendships exist. I don't understand this whole like, you can't be friends with the opposite sex. Why not? It's literally the same thing. You're not sexually attracted to every man you meet or every woman you meet, whatever. Like, I'm not attracted to every person I meet. I have no gender preference. I'm not attracted to everyone I meet. I form like crushes on people very, very rarely. You know, it's like, it's a person dependent thing. Have more trust. Okay? I like this girl so much, I can't even think of her sexually. So you can only think sexually about women that you don't like? That feels a bit strange and problematic. As soon as you start actually liking a person and thinking they're like a good person, you don't think of them sexually anymore? Is that like in a sense of like you only think of women sexually because it's degrading? Like viewing women sexually as a degrading thing, so you'll only do it to women you don't like because that's gross. You should want to have sex with good people in like a good positive way and not in a degrading way, you know? Like a crush shouldn't become unsexual because you think that they're a good person and you like them. That's weird. If you think sex is disrespectful because you can only view sex as being something disrespectful, you need to sort that out. You need to get on that quickly because that is not a healthy way to view sex. You should want to have sex with people you like, not with people you don't like. You shouldn't view sex as a degrading and disrespectful thing that only happens to people you don't like, because that's kind of scary, actually. You should get on that, please. This is a review on this Japanese schoolgirl costume. And it says, I should absolutely not allow my daughter to wear this for Halloween. It's exactly as described, correct fit. However, as a father, good grief. It's a real weird thing to say. And also the costume is like, it's a school uniform. So there are several things wrong with this entire thing and all this energy. 1, don't sexualize school uniforms. 2, don't sexualize your children. 3, don't stop your child wearing clothes because you are attracted to your child. Yeah, don't be attracted to your child. Don't sexualize your child. Don't look at them like that. They put clothes on their body. It's weird that you could twist that into being desirable for yourself. Maybe don't do that. Please. Yeah, please sort that out. Please. And I hope your child gets therapy one day because probably needed. So here are some like screen grabs from Hercules. And it's a woman looking at Meg saying, OMG, these body expectations are way too unrealistic. And then a man looking at Hercules like, I must begin training immediately, which is just so entirely messed up and incorrect. Both genders have both reactions, right? Like we say, oh my God, these body expectations are so unrealistic, while still striving for them because we live in a society that tells us that we have to, implying that women no longer like fall for like these unrealistic body expectations is so strange. Like you can criticize something and acknowledge it's a problem. Like, yeah, the body expectations are unrealistic in so much of the media, including here. It is unrealistic. And the reason it's pointed out is because of how many people try to reach those expectations. How many women have eating disorders, how many women over-exercise and try fad diets and like literally kill themselves trying to look a specific way. So yeah, it's called out. Just like the man is saying, I must begin training immediately. Women do the exact same thing, but we're also acknowledging that it's a problem and it needs to stop. And men also, we've started acknowledging that it's a problem and it needs to stop. Men also struggle with body dysmorphia and they struggle with body image, and looking at a man and being like, I need to look like this, that's also problematic. Body expectations in general from everyone, everywhere, are bad, right? And it's okay to have like super buff men and super slim women in the media. Obviously, it's only a problem when it's every single person. You know what I mean? There's no diversity. So yeah, it's a problem when they're trying to push a specific body type. Like, this is the only body type. This is the ideal body type. That's when it's a problem. Just people existing is not a problem. Anyway, I think I made my point, and I think that this is the end of my video. We have all decided, once again, I'm deciding for everyone who's watching, I'm deciding for myself, I'm deciding for the entire world that straight people are not okay. Specifically, the straights TM. Not okay. And I don't know if they ever will be. We shall continue to check on them until they are, which will be forever. A massive thank you to my Sprout and Above patrons whose names are up on the screen right now. And a huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons. Wolf, Toulouse, Bobby, Sparrow, Josh, Mandy, Robbie, Christy, Ikazel, the Alienated Librarian, Non-Euclid System, Skylar Dowd, Ishtar Hope, and Eldo. I love and appreciate you all so, so much. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to become a patron, you can go to the top link in the description or patreon.com/savvycat. For as little as £1 a month, you get my videos a day early, as well as the podcast a week early. And then from £3 and up, you get a whole bunch of extra stuff like outtakes and bonus mini podcasts and a monthly live stream and more. Your support means the world if you go check it out. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TheQueerKiwi, and Twitter, ThatQueerKiwi. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. When you close your eyes.